A pair of men's shorts may be the simplest garment in your summer wardrobe. Less fabric than trousers, usually no lining, 4 pockets, 1 zip, and maybe a drawstring. Yet some brands charge $700 for them. $700 for trousers that stopped halfway through production. Apparently, removing half the trouser does not remove half the price. Today, we are looking at 5 men's shorts brands that often charge far more than the product can reasonably explain, and 3 that actually give you better fabric, better function, or better value. This is not about hating expensive clothing. Great materials, design, and construction deserve to cost money. But a logo patch is not craftsmanship. A drawstring is not an innovation. And polyester does not become precious because somebody photographed it beside a yacht. Let's start with a brand that had one genuinely smart idea and then wrapped it in an extremely expensive lifestyle. Number 5. Orlebar Brown. Orlebar Brown had one genuinely smart idea. Make swim shorts fit more like tailored trousers, and they did it well. The brand built its reputation on cleaner cuts, structured waistbands, and swim shorts far more polished than the baggy, elasticated trunks most men were wearing. But then, a good product became a luxury lifestyle prop. The shorts became part of a fantasy involving beach clubs, vintage cars, and holidays where nobody carries their own luggage. The product is good. The problem is the distance between good and worth the price. Once you are paying several times what a capable alternative costs, you are also paying for the setting, the image, and the suggestion that your weekend requires a private dock. Orlebar Brown may be the fairest brand in the critical half of this list, but fair does not mean good value. Worth buying on sale? Absolutely. Worth treating like an investment? No. They are swim shorts, not waterfront property. Number 4. Stone Island. Stone Island's textile heritage is real. That matters. The brand has built its name through garment dyeing, unusual treatments, technical fabrics, and an obsessive interest in how cloth behaves. But heritage should not become a blank check. With Stone Island shorts, the famous compass badge can do a remarkable amount of financial heavy lifting. A straightforward pair of cotton cargos can suddenly enter luxury territory because one removable patch is sitting beside the pocket. When the fabric or dyeing is genuinely unusual, the brand can make sense. But basic cotton twill, basic fleece, or a familiar cargo shape with a recognizable badge, that is where the value disappears. Take the patch away and ask 3 questions. Is the fabric exceptional? Is the construction unusual? Would I still want these at this price if nobody recognized the brand? If the answer is no, you are not buying textile innovation. You are renting status by the thigh. Stone Island can be worth it when the fabric story is real. When it is just a standard short with a compass patch, keep walking. Because at least Stone Island can sometimes point to genuine fabric innovation. The next brand often relies on something much simpler, the power of the name. Number 3. Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Ralph Lauren Purple Label sells one of the most complete luxury fantasies in menswear: Italian tailoring, elegant resort, vintage cars, perfectly poured drinks, and apparently not a single unpaid electricity bill. Some Purple Label clothing is beautifully made. The tailoring can be excellent and the fabrics refined. But shorts expose the gap between luxury atmosphere and actual garment complexity better than almost anything else. A pair of shorts has limited structure, less fabric, less internal construction, fewer opportunities for the kind of tailoring that might justify a truly extreme price. So, when a relaxed cotton, linen, or terry short moves into serious luxury territory, the product often stops explaining the cost. The world around the product explains it. The campaign, the setting, and the quiet suggestion that beige becomes more sophisticated near a convertible. And yes, the finishing may be better than mass market, but better is not the same as proportionally better. A refined pair of shorts can still be a terrible deal. Purple Label is excellent at selling aspiration. The problem is that aspiration becomes very expensive when it is stitched into half a pair of trousers. And if that sounds difficult to defend, the next brand pushes the logic even further, because now we are moving from a luxury atmosphere to luxury branding applied to technical-looking basics. Number 2. Moncler. Moncler built its reputation in the mountains. That heritage is legitimate. Its down jackets, technical outerwear, and alpine identity give the brand a real category where premium pricing can make sense. Shorts are where things become much harder to explain. Cotton, nylon, fleece, and poplin shorts. Familiar garments, unfamiliar prices. A short does not inherit alpine performance, because the same company also makes ski jackets, and polyester does not become expedition equipment because the product description mentions outdoor codes. This is one of the oldest luxury tricks in the book. Build emotional value in one category, then transfer that value into every other category carrying the same logo. The customer sees mountains, performance, and exclusivity. The product may simply be an ordinary summer short with a logo patch. Moncler's outerwear can justify serious money. Its simpler shorts often cannot. The mountain heritage is real. The mountain of markup is real too. And if you thought expensive cargo shorts were hard to explain, wait until we reach our number 1. Because that is where luxury fashion stops testing your taste and starts testing your basic arithmetic. If you are tired of paying full trouser prices for half trouser products, subscribe to Worth the Label. We separate real quality from very expensive storytelling. Number 1. Thom Browne. Thom Browne changed modern menswear. His shrunken tailoring, grey uniforms, exaggerated proportions, and 4-bar branding created one of the most recognizable design languages of the last 20 years. That originality deserves respect, but design significance and product value are not the same thing, especially when we arrive at the sweat short. A cotton sweatshort can cost more than a well-made jacket from another brand. Not tailored wool, not hand-finished outerwear, not an extraordinary technical textile. A sweatshort. Soft cotton, elastic waist, drawstring, stripes. At that point, luxury fashion is no longer asking whether you understand design. It is asking whether you still understand numbers. The finishing may be better and the proportions deliberate, but a cotton sweatshort remains a cotton sweatshort. There is a limit to how much ribbing, striping, and branding can improve the actual garment. Thom Browne may be worth studying. It may be worth collecting if the design matters deeply to you. But if your goal is simply to own an excellent pair of summer shorts, this is an extraordinarily expensive route to the destination. You are not paying primarily for comfort. You are not paying primarily for durability. You are paying to be recognized by people who recognize 4 stripes. That is not tailoring. That is a gym short with a private school tuition fee. Now let's move to 3 brands that approach the same garment with considerably more honesty. Number 3. ASKET. ASKET does not sell you a yacht. It does not sell you a beach club. It does not sell you a Mediterranean alter ego who suddenly understands natural wine. It sells you a well-cut pair of shorts in 2 lengths. Strangely refreshing. ASKET's strength is not excitement, it is restraint. clean design, solid materials, straightforward construction, and sizing choices that address an actual problem. Because short length matters. A pair that looks balanced on a 6'2" model can look like a school uniform on somebody 5'8". Offering more than one length does more for the customer than another designer logo ever will. 3 pieces are worth checking: the cotton twill short for everyday wear, the linen short for real heat, and the swim short for the same restrained approach near water. ASKET is not cheap, but it is priced like a premium garment, not a minor aristocratic event. You can see the logic, you can understand the product, and most importantly, the shorts do not need a fantasy to make sense. Number 2. Gramicci. Gramicci started with climbers. That origin still shows in the product. The signature shorts use features like a gusseted crotch, flexible waist construction, and an integrated belt. These details are not decorative, they solve problems. They let you move. You can walk, travel, sit, climb, or spend an entire afternoon pretending you will eventually light the barbecue. The shorts are relaxed without becoming shapeless, distinctive without a giant logo, and durable enough to improve with wear. Gramicci also has something many lifestyle brands try to manufacture and cannot: real crossover history. The clothes moved from climbing culture into streetwear because the function was visible and the shape was different. That is how good design travels. It solves something first, then people notice. 3 models stand out: the original G short, the cleaner NN short, and a heavier canvas or utility version when you need more durability and pockets. Gramicci is not the answer for a formal summer lunch, but for travel, weekends, outdoor use, and everyday life, it offers more real engineering than many luxury shorts costing several times as much. That brings us to number 1, a brand that does something luxury labels often forget. It gives you a reason to remember the garment, not just the logo. Number 1. Universal Works. Universal Works understands what grown men actually want from shorts: comfort, character, good fabric, and enough design to look intentional without appearing desperate for attention. The brand's entire philosophy is built around honest clothing, useful shapes, and garments that feel designed rather than decorated. That difference matters. Universal Works offers relaxed, military-inspired cuts, drawstring styles, pleated options, seersucker, cotton twill, linen blends, and seasonal fabrics with real texture. In other words, it does not pretend every man needs the same short. The vacation short is the obvious place to start. Relaxed, easy, and more polished than the name suggests. The military chino short is the practical, everyday option. Clean enough for the city, useful enough for the weekend. And the pleated track short gives you comfort without making you look as though you escaped from a gym. This is what good value looks like at the premium end. Not cheap, not disposable, but understandable. You can see what you are paying for. Interesting cloth, thoughtful shape, a clear point of view. Universal Works does not make you look rich. It makes you look like you chose your clothes on purpose. And for a grown man, that is usually the better look. So before you buy your next pair of shorts, ignore the campaign, ignore the badge, and ask one question: would I still want these if nobody could see the logo? Because good shorts should make summer easier, not make your bank account sweat. Stop paying trouser money